Arr, me hearties. It's another wonderful day in paradise. Sunny, cloudy day, and I'm on the boat. What could be finer? Today's project is to start removing the hardware associated with rigging. So the bowsprit needs to come off. When I was looking at the bowsprit last time I was on the boat, I stuck a knife into the Samson posts and sadly discovered that they're rotten too. So I'm going to have to think about the solution I want to put in place for the Samson posts. I don't know whether I'll have some Samson posts welded out of stainless steel with plates that have a backing plate under the deck and then close up the hole that's in the deck, or whether I'll just replace the wood with some good solid wood and make sure that it's very well sealed. Haven't decided yet, but until I get it out, there's not much point in really making a hard decision on that. The bowsprit bolts and what have you are way back in the underneath the V-berth, of course, and there's two holes about that big in which to crawl through to get to the bolts that hold the bowsprit in place. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I need to get some tools from my kit inside the shop and start poking around. I imagine it's going to be a fairly uncomfortable day. The other thing that I need to do is to start removing some of this, I don't know what you call it, siding, slats, whatever it is, in order to get to the chain plates on either side. The bolts are behind those slats, and of course they need to be taken off, so I got a 3/8 drill bit in order to take out the plugs that cover the screw holes. Here, let me show you. See, all these slats are put in with screws, and then the screws are covered with wood bungs. See? And the same thing is true on the sides. And under here, and back here. And that's where I need to go. So I've got my work cut out for me. I think those slats go behind the bulkheads, so I think I'm going to end up cutting those out, which is kind of, it's not a job I'm looking forward to, because then they have to go back, and I'm not a carpenter. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll get busy. Okay, so I removed the cushions from the V-berth and all unnecessary stuff out of there, and then I started to take the anchors out, because the anchors go over the bow rollers through the bowsprit. In order to take the bowsprit off, the anchors have to come out, and I suppose I got about 50 feet of anchor chain out and discovered the anchor chain is stuck. That would have been a rather horrifying discovery if I had gone out sailing and decided to anchor somewhere, only to realize that the anchor chain is stuck. So come and have a look. I'll show you what I mean. I've got everything removed from the V-berth. Those little holes I have to crawl through in order to get to the bolts that hold the bowsprit on, and let me show you the chain. There's the chain. Runs up through that hole and plate over top of the windlass, and then over the bow roller and the bowsprit. And right there, and there, and there are the bolts that I need to get to release that bad boy. But before I can do that, I need to get the chain out. And the chain is hung up. I don't think that chain has been out of the chain locker for years. The look of it, all that goat's cheese or whatever that is, it's got to be insulation that somebody put up there. And clearly it has come down onto the chain, and the chain hasn't moved since. So, skitter scatter, let's get at her. Well, I got the main anchor and chain out of the anchor locker and discovered that this here is all that's holding it in. It's about a 3/8 inch lag bolt with an eye through it and a shackle. So that's good to know. We have to make sure that when we anchor, the anchor chain is secured on something a little bit more substantial than the end of the chain. So it goes over a windlass, and I expect that once the windlass is locked, it'll hold the chain in place. But I wasn't aware of that. Now I am. That big fuse there, that's the fuse for the windlass. The windlass doesn't actually work at the moment. Sprit is off, not without its challenges and a couple of left turns, but it's off. Come and have a look. There's the carnage. Samson posts. They're rotten, but they're not too rotten. And down there is what's left of the bowsprit. So we had 1, 2, 3 holes. Looks like there's a hole right there. I did not see that one. Right there, right there. And that one there was a bit of a bugger to get out because the bolt was too close to the fiberglass to unscrew the nut. So I actually had to undo everything, then pry up the bowsprit a little bit, about an inch, inch and a half, and then go back down underneath and take the nut off that bolt. But in doing that, of course, all the weight was on the one side of the bowsprit.